another episode of Behind the Frames. If you're new here, my name is Human. I'm a street photographer from Sydney, Australia, and I'm here with Christian Atal, who also is a street photographer from Sydney. We are here to have a look at some of Christian's photos and deep dive into the composition and talk about his thought processes for the photos. Hi, Christian.
Hello.
That was a bit of a long intro, sorry. How you been?
I'm being good, yeah.
Good, thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, yeah.
My pleasure, my pleasure. I believe we don't have a specific project to talk about, right? We have just 5 images.
No, I don't have a particular project. I do have an idea which I haven't really gone deep into yet. So we're going to go through some of the photos that I've taken through the 2 years that I've been shooting, yeah.
Awesome. Very excited to go through them. I feel like over the past, I don't know, maybe 6 months, you've kind of taken a step into a very, I wouldn't say very different, but very uniquely yours style of photography. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I've been sort of experimenting, trying to find different techniques and sort of styles. So, it's been a fun journey so far, and so, I've just been trying different things, and so you'll probably see that through some of the photos.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're very interesting. I noticed you've been traveling to the UK?
Yeah, so I went to the UK last year for a work trip. Went there for a few days in Brighton and spent a few days in London.
And then recently Japan as well, right?
Recently Japan as well, yeah.
Okay. And some of these photos that I'm going to show today are from both locations, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Anything from Sydney? Did I pick anything from Sydney?
There is one.
There's one? Okay,
yes.
Yes, all right. Well, without further ado, let's get into the images, which I've got here on my phone. All right, let's start out with this one's Sydney. So yes, the first one up here.
Yeah.
I freaking love this image. I think I know where this is. This is near Central Station, right? Surrey Hills? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
I knew
Elizabeth Street.
Elizabeth, okay.
Yeah.
What I love about this image is I don't know what this figure on the left-hand side is. I don't know if that's a reflection, a statue, but you've used that as a bit of a blurry negative space to bring my attention directly to the main subject that's framed perfectly. What was going through your mind at the time? Did you see all this kind of playing out? Tell me what that is at the side, by the way.
Thanks.
If that's okay, you can share what the secret is.
Yeah, so this one is, it's taken from across the road.
Okay.
And so we have this reflection shot. So this is taken into a storefront.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what kind of
That's
store
okay.
it is.
They don't have to share that. We don't want anyone replicating it.
And so for this shot, I wanted to do something different instead of actually taking the shot directly where you see, obviously with the light and shadow. So taking this shot, there's a shadow from a building.
Yeah.
And well, when I was actually taking this shot, it was just to take a nice subject walking into the light.
Okay.
Just a simple light and shadow work.
Okay.
But using reflection. But after taking a few shots, I noticed that, I was getting silhouettes from people walking
Right. Okay.
by me. So, this is just one of those shots where, in post, I was like, hey, this shadow, this silhouette on the left-hand side sort of blends in with the shadow of the building.
It does, yeah.
And creates that leading line to this subject, this main subject.
100%. I
So,
love that.
Yeah, you have these two shadows from the left and you have one in the right. And it's just, for me, it's just, for me trying to do different things and, experimenting.
It worked really well. It's a brilliant image. Just to be clear, did you say you noticed this composition specifically in post, or you noticed parts of it while you were taking the photo?
No, so parts of it, but it was only really in post that I noticed this particular shot that lined up really well.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so for me, I like to take a few shots of a scene, and so this one was the one that I picked to be live. My intent was just to take
The light and shadow,
the
the
light and
basic, yeah.
shadow basic stuff, but in a reflection. But this one just played
You
out
got the
well.
bonus.
So
You played that really well. So it goes to show that you got to work the scene, and you never know what you end up with.
Exactly.
Love it. All right. Next photo. Again, some of your recent work, you're using different dimensions to add, I don't want to say complexity, but depth and layering to your images that still look minimal, but it takes a minute for me to walk around the scene to see all the shapes and light on the top. I'm assuming that's reflection in the middle as well again? Yeah, right. Nice. And the subject's got either a shadow, a reflection leading from the body to that piece of glass. Brilliant, like all these little details really keeps me engaged with the image. I'm assuming this is not in Sydney then?
No. So this one was in London.
Okay.
One Change Road, I think.
Okay.
And so it's a shopping centre, and this was, from recollection, obviously with UK weather, it was gloomy.
Okay.
So there wasn't much light, and so for me, doing a bit of research, trying to find out where some nice malls are and stuff like that. So this is one of those popular locations that a lot of people know about because of its reflections that you get.
Okay.
In particular, one with the St. Paul's Cathedral. There's quite a few popular shots with that using the reflections. But for this shot here, I walked down. So there's this stairwell going down to the mall.
Yeah.
And so what you see at that top quarter of the image, that's the bottom of the stairwell. And so that swirls around, and at the bottom you see this another set of glass which covers an elevator. Mm-hmm. And so this is the reflection that you see of the stairwell. And so that where you see the subject is a silhouette of the person when they're walking down or up the stairs.
Really well seen, man. Really well seen. I love that you didn't give up when it was gloomy outside, and you still went indoors and tried to use what you had around you to make a beautiful image. So really well done, man.
Thank you.
Okay, number 3. Can I give you a huge compliment here? You know I'm a huge Soul Lighter fan, and that's probably why I picked this image.
I knew you'd like this one, yeah.
The colors are brilliant. Obviously, you've used glass. Is this meant cleaning the glass? Like, can you tell me what's going on here? There's a lot of Soul Lighter feels that comes from here. The bit of abstraction from the glass is fantastic. The purplish hues on the top as well, with the yellow gloves. Is he wearing yellow gloves?
Yeah, that's right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Walk me through this image.
This one was taken at Chinatown, and again, it was a bad day in terms of weather.
Weather, yeah. That worked out in your favor.
It was raining, it was cold, it was in the morning, and so this was taken in front of a butcher.
Okay.
And so here we have fog and condensation on the glass. And this one, I noticed someone had wiped away some of the and so that's created sort of an attraction to me straight away. When I saw that and I saw the butcher inside, I was like, okay, this is an opportunity to create some sort of framing.
Yeah.
And it was just basically trying to time the moment where the butcher was just standing there and sort of just like in his own world. And for me, it was just a matter of trying to get that framing. And it was only really after when I noticed when I put it up in post that the shape of how it's been wiped sort of mimics how that person there is standing.
Yes.
And you notice that the first wipe at the top is like it's the head, and then the bottom is like the body. And so for me, that really added that extra touch to the image.
Absolutely.
Along with the gloves. So like that gloves there, that just really gives that an extra pop to the image.
Perfect color image. If I can project some of my thoughts into this as well, the fact that you said where the glass has kind of been wiped down fits his body and physique. Yeah. It also, to me, looks like that hand right there looks like it's almost that he is the one cleaning the glass to me.
Nice.
And that's the beauty of photography, where you can kind of project your own thoughts
and
ideas around what's going on. So another brilliant image.
Thank you.
Of course. Number 4, UK, Brighton.
Back to Brighton, UK. Yes.
How this stood out to me is very interesting. You've used this sign, this circular sign there, that's got that bit of white, that bit of red. This bit of shadow here connects right to that line over there. But then you've got this other bit of light coming through. There's a lot of layering here that's subtle, that's not distracting, and you've got the little humans lined up on the line over there.
Yeah.
And even one in the corner over here.
Yeah.
And it's also split up fairly evenly from the top to the bottom. So to me, again, very minimal, yet effective. I don't want to again use the word complex because I think it's not complex. It's just you've layered it so well to make it look minimal. Is that fair to say?
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. So
did you see this unfolding? Were you again kind of working the
this
scene?
one was more as I saw it. Like I saw a scene out there where we've got the different layers of the rocks on the ground, and you had this sort of dark layer on the shadows there.
Right.
And for me, it was just more. I didn't really notice that there was a pattern until I took the shot.
Okay.
And so I really wanted to practice this whole layering thing, and so I noticed this sign here, or it's a sign that it basically mimicked the pattern that was on the ground.
Yep.
And so you have this white, it was just the light that reflects the ground, and then the orange, which is more of the shadow, and then you
100%.
have this pattern.
I try to say those words, but it didn't quite come out the right way. So thank you for clarifying what I was going to say. So really well seen,
Thank
really
you.
well done. Another beautiful image. And going to number 5 and last one.
This one,
Yeah, the lines again. The ground has got a lot of detail in it. I think that's what I find quite interesting. It's light enough, but you've got all these little cracks and little details on the ground. A gentleman in a dark suit, so you get a natural contrast between the subject and the ground and the bag in his hands. For me, it's a very simple image. I can portray my thoughts of maybe he's waiting for the bus, maybe he's waiting for them to come pick him up, maybe he's on his phone, I have no idea, right? It gives me that opportunity to kind of portray and think about what's happening in a scene. Walk me through this photo.
yeah, that's the whole goal of doing this kind of shot is
Right.
to sort of build up that sense of mystery, sense of curiosity to the viewer, and so it's a simple shot, and it's one that was taken at Magome in Japan.
Okay.
And so as you go through this little post town, you notice that there's 2 different kinds of pavements and stone pavements. And so for me, when I noticed this guy ordering food from the stall, he stood there for a bit. And so for me, it gave me that opportunity to frame it in a way that sort of told some kind of story, some sort of curiosity to the mind. You could say that it's just a simple, contrasted shot, right? But I think the more you sort of look at it, you can sort of build up on something, right?
There's something there.
The guy is waiting there with a bag of, who knows, right? And you're just building up a story. Or you could, for me, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, so this guy is standing in this dark area where there's a whole bunch of random stones, different sizes, different shapes, and he's looking towards a more cleaner, more structured, lighter side.
Yes.
And for me, it was just more that this guy is just waiting there in his own world, hoping for better.
I love that. That's so deep.
Yeah.
And I can't top that. I can't top that. This is how we're going to end. Number 5. That's beautiful. That's what I love about photography. That's what I love about talking to you guys and hearing your thoughts about your own photos, because I can sit there and kind of portray my thoughts on an image, but hearing it from you and what's going through your mind, it makes the story a lot more interesting.
Thank you. No,
Thank you. Thanks for coming out, man.
No, thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
My absolute pleasure, and yeah, thanks for being on.